Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello Redmen TV, Jack Reeve here from Talk Norwich City. Today I'm going to be doing some player ratings of the Liverpool side, the squad that sort of played this season and most likely to play against Norwich City. I'm going to be doing my 1 being worst and 10 being best ratings throughout the whole squad. So let's get straight into it. Obviously Simon Mignolet in goal. He's an average keeper. I'm not like that impressed by him. He's pulled off some incredible saves, but he's also had a few mistakes. I'm going to give him a 6. I think you can do a bit better than Mignolet personally. Nathaniel Klein, I really rate Nathaniel Klein. I think he's one of your best players. I want to give him an 8. I think he's great going forwards, but can also add something really great defensively as well, which is always good to see. Skirtle, he's had better form in the past, but he's still at a fairly high level. I quite like Skirtle. I'm going to give him a 7. Next to him, Dejan Lovren. I think Dejan Lovren is horribly average. I've grown up watching Liverpool with the likes of Carragher and Huppier, and then to see Lovren in there is a bit disheartening, even for me, so I hate to think what it's like for you guys. I'm going to give him a 5. I think he's a player that we can really attack on Sunday and hopefully get something out of. Gomez, I watched a lot of Gomez last season. I thought he was absolutely incredible. I did think it was only time until he got the Premier League move. I was surprised to see Liverpool come in for him this early, but you need to capture the young talents. He's a good player. He's going to do well for Liverpool. He's not quite there yet. We saw when he gave away the penalty that he's a bit sort of tactically naive, but still a fantastic player that has a massive future. I'm going to give him a 6. Milner, you know, he's just a good player, isn't he? He works hard in the middle, gets things done, maybe goes unnoticed sometimes, but a fairly solid player. I want to give Milner a 7. Henderson, I really like Jordan Henderson. I think he's a good player. I think he's a great player at times. He's the black man who sort of, he's never going to fill Gerrard's boots completely, but the player who's most likely to do that. I really like Henderson. I think he's a really great player. As I've said, I want to give him an 8. Jordan Ibe, really like his powerful sort of approach, love his directness, but still not quite there yet. He's still young, lots of time for him to really bed into this team. Not as good as Sterling just yet, but maybe has the potential to get there. I'm going to give him a 6. Coutinho, best player for you? I would have thought so. Scored some stunning goals for you. Obviously, you watch him a lot more than me, but from what I've seen of him, an absolutely magnificent player who can create chances. Sort of similar to our Wes Hoolahan. You're not going to like that comparison, but you know, a player who can really change games, and you need them kind of players in your team. I want to give Coutinho a 9. I think on his day, he's one of the best players in the Premier League. Adam Lallana next to him, being fairly inconsistent. I loved him at Southampton. I think he's had good games for Liverpool, but hasn't really bedded in as much as you would have probably liked. He's okay, probably could do better than him. I'm going to give him a 6. Then Christian Benteke up top. I really, really like Christian Benteke. I really like powerful, tall, commanding strikers. We've got a player like that in Jerome. Benteke is good with his feet, he's good in the air, scored some cracking goals already for Liverpool, he scored some cracking goals against us for Aston Villa. He's a dangerous player. I'm going to give him an 8. Now I'm going to run through the players who have sort of, you know, been in and around the squad but hasn't been a massive part so far. Firmino, I must admit, I haven't seen enough of him. I doubt you've seen enough of him. I heard loads of big things about him when he first signed for you, but he hasn't lived up to expectation yet. So for that reason, I'm going to have to give him a 6. Danny Ings, painfully average for a team like you. I'd say he'd fit more in for a team like us, Norwich. I don't think he's going to score many goals for you. I think I'm going to give him a 5, unfortunately. Lucas, I think his best days are behind him. Been a good player in the past. Don't think he's great anymore. Going to give him a 5. Emre Can, love his athleticism. Think he's really powerful, really good. I want to give him a 7. Sakho. Now, you might not like this about Sakho, but I don't think he's a very good player. The reason I say that is because he looks really clumsy when he gets the ball on the ground. I don't know what it is. The times I've watched him, he just doesn't look comfortable with the ball at his feet. For a centre-back playing under the philosophy of Brendan Rodgers, you need that. For that reason, I'm going to give Sakho a 6. Moreno, decent player, hasn't played much for you guys though, has he? Again, I love his powerful, direct nature about him. Probably could be a bit more solid defensively, which is obviously a massive part of being a defender, but still, I like him. I would give Moreno a 7. And finally, Kolo Touré. You know, you got to love Kolo Touré, but at the same time, is he a player that can get you into them top 4 positions? No, he isn't. For that reason, I'm going to give him a 6. If you want to see the Norwich City player ratings over on my channel. Head over there to Talk Norwich City. Subscribe to that if you enjoyed me and what I've had to say. And obviously, subscribe to the channel you're watching this on, Redmen TV, one of the best fan channels about. Paul and Chris are doing incredible things for you guys, so be grateful for it. Hit subscribe, hit like. I'll see you very soon. This man right here, Wesley Hoolahan, I like to call him the Irish Messi because he's just so good. He makes things happen. He's one of the only players in this team who you look at and go, wow, this guy is real class. He's getting on a bit. His legs aren't the same as they used to be, but Wesley Hoolahan is the absolute mastermind in this team. He is going to be the one that creates chances. He's going to be the one that creates them really goal-scoring opportunities